Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Trust and Testimonies, where if you trust in Jesus, you will definitely have testimonies. Um, some people have complained about my previous videos that they're not able to see my face, so hopefully you're able to see me more clearly. Please feel free to speed up the video to 1.25 or 1.5 so that this testimony will be shorter for you to watch. So I'm here with another testimony to give God thanks for what He has done for me. He has provided many jobs for me, and I just want to share this one testimony of where He founded a job for me. I didn't even have to look for it. So back in, I think it was 2014, I was out of a job for about 9 months. 9 months I was in my grandparents' house with no job, and God told me, do not look for a job. And at first I was really disobedient. I was still looking for a job, searching everywhere online and applying to various jobs, and I wasn't getting any. And then I finally decided to stop looking for a job and just obey God and just trust Him that He's going to find me a job. So when I stopped looking, I remember I got up one morning and my mouth just opened and just started praying and said, Father in heaven. And I was just praying. And after I prayed, I left and I went on the road. I head towards one of my church sisters' house to help her to do something. On my way to her house, someone called me, one of these job agencies. He called me, and it was such a bizarre phone call because he wasn't sure how he got my number, and he didn't have my CV. I had to send my CV to him after the phone call. So it's as if it was Jesus who inspired this gentleman to call me and to give me a job. And he called me, said, I have a job for you. You can start tomorrow. This was on a Wednesday. He wanted me to start on the Thursday. And he told me the job was, he told me the location. It was just up the road from me. It was less than a mile, so I could walk. And he wanted me to start the following day. So I said to him, I'm not able to start the following day. I could start on Monday. So I started the job. It was part-time, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. When I got to the job, I was speaking to someone who was there for years, and I was talking to him about how I got the job. How someone just called me and told me about the job, and he was like, how? Because for him to get this job, he had to go through interviews, he had to go through assessments. I didn't have to go through any of that. I started the job and I started to work, and I had no interview and I had no assessment. And it just shows that God can fast track you into something. Once He tells you to wait, He can fast track you. So the things that other people have to do, then you don't have to do them. So I started the job, and I worked there for a few months, and I passed my probation. Once I passed, they wanted me to go full time, because remember, it was part time. So I remember the day before I was supposed to sign my contract for it to be a permanent role, full-time role, now Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 5:30 p.m., which is what I was hoping for, to go full-time. I was in my room the day before, and I could hear Jesus talking to me and telling me what I should do when I go to sign my contract the following day. And it was as if somebody was actually physically in my room speaking to me. So Jesus was saying, when you go to sign your contract tomorrow, cross out the hours that they have and put in the hours that you want. And also, because bear in mind, I keep the Sabbath, so I wanted to finish early on Friday evening so that I don't break the Sabbath by working on Friday evening or on Saturdays. They didn't do Saturdays for this role. So anyways, He told me to cross out the hours, and I was saying to God, how am I going to do that? Because I knew the lady that I'm supposed to sign the contract with on the following day, she was the HR coordinator, and she did not like me. From the day that I started, she kept making trouble about where I was parking my car, because by then I bought a brand new car. That's another testimony. I bought a brand new car, and wherever I parked it in the courtyard, she had an issue with it. So I knew she didn't like me. So I was saying to God, I don't know how I'm gonna cross out these hours and sign this contract, because she's not going to allow me to do so. And when I said that, He said, Jesus didn't say anything. So I left it. Following day, went into work. Then they called me up to HR. I went upstairs, to sign the contract. When I got there, she was not there. She was nowhere to be found. The person that signed my contract was the HR manager, which was a person that's higher than her. So that was another thing that God did. So I went into the room and I said it to the lady that came in, the HR manager. I told her what I was going to do, that I was going to cross out the hours on Friday and I'm going to work from 8 till 3:30 on Friday. And then the hours that I miss on Friday, I will make them up on the other days, like on Tuesdays or on Thursdays. And she listened to me and she said, that's okay. And she was fine with it. And I was like, oh my goodness, thank you, Jesus. So I signed the contract and she signed it as well. And that contract saved me, because later on, while I was in the job for a few months later, they wanted to change our contracts where we work at least 2 Saturdays in the month, and I couldn't work 2 Saturdays in the month because that would be breaking the 4th commandment, where we're not supposed to work on the Sabbath day. So when they said that to me, I told them about my contract, that I've already signed it and I'm not working on Saturday. I've crossed out the hours on Friday and everything, and they all knew that. So they couldn't actually say anything to me regarding working on late on Fridays or working on Saturdays. So I just wanted to give this testimony and give God thanks again, that when we trust God, when we truly trust him, he always comes through. As I said in my previous video, those who trust in him will never be ashamed. And so God didn't make me to be ashamed. He didn't make me to break his law. He provided a way for me. And we all know the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Everything in the world belongs to God. Every business, every place, every people belongs to him. And so if he dictates something, then it has to go that way, because he is in full control and everyone has to answer to him. And so God will make a way for you to keep his word. If he put it in you to keep his word, his commandments, his laws, whatever he inspires you to do, whatever his will is, he will make a way. So I just wanted to give this testimony and to encourage anyone who's looking for a job. Trust in the Lord. He will make a way for you. Okay, thank you for listening and God bless. Until next time, bye.